So over the last years, I've coached a lot of people on being more happy, creating more aligned lives, and overall just being a higher performing, more joyful individual. And there's one kind of trick that I learned which enables people to consistently live at a high vibration in relation to their thinking. If you think about a moment in your life when you were truly present, you were extremely happy. Try to relive that moment for a few seconds and use all of your senses, how it felt, what you saw, what you smelled, everything. And what you'll find is when you relive that moment, if you think about the thoughts you had and whatever, you likely weren't thinking about anything particular. You were just engulfed in the moment. You were in flow and you were present, just enjoying whatever experiences life was throwing your way. Now, for most of us, this type of state is very often inaccessible. For some people, like barely ever accessible. And there's a few things that you can do to actually actively cultivate this state of being into your day-to-day so you feel much more aligned. The first thing I'll say around this is that you can't really think your way into positive thinking. You can't really think your way into positive action, but you can definitely act your way into both positive thinking and positive action. And so when you take the right actions, that's where this elevation of vibration and this deafening of the thoughts kind of stems from. When you're really sacrificing and you're really pushing and you're progressing, you don't overthink when you're in that situation. You don't even think that much in general. You're just present and you're just going moment by moment by moment. The problem is when we start to get stagnant, we often start to resort to analyzing the situation and we want to figure out what the right move is for us to actually get beyond this. But the problem very often is in the thinking itself, because more often than not, after the initial self-reflection, you just start to create a perpetual cycle of learning the same lesson again and again. And in this way, journaling can be powerful because for me in the past, I would revisit a certain problem or certain moments of my life, and I would revisit the same type of problem on these pages that I was journaling about again, months, sometimes years later. And after coaching a lot of people, very few people underanalyze. Most people just overcomplicate situations, they overthink situations, and they try to find an answer outside of themselves rather than just seeking the answer within and changing their habits. I think Confucius said it as well. We're all the same people. The only difference the thing that creates a difference between one another is our habits. And the goal really, which is a state that I'm slowly getting towards, is taking so much action and progressing through life so rapidly that you aren't even ever really thinking and specifically thinking about yourself. And when I am thinking, it's generally about, okay, how can I serve other people better? Thinking about yourself and your own problems and such, it's not self-care, it's the actual opposite. In the moment it feels good, but then the moment you step out of that cycle again, you once again have to go back to this cycle of self-care, which is like just perpetual, because you're not actually solving the issue. You're just making yourself feel good in the moment. In many situations, of course, there are some exceptions to this in terms of creating more awareness and whatever, but generally you know what you need to do. You're just not taking the action. And so first big thing here is, okay, what actions do you have to take to actually become the individual, create the life that you want? And if you can think in a long enough time frame, that's very helpful as well, right? Like, what action would you have to do daily to be a major success in whatever area you want if you just consistently do it every single day for the next 10 years? If you can think that long term, guaranteed you're going to get it, because very few people can think that long term. This is also why meditation is so incredibly powerful, because meditation allows you to quiet your mind and to more effortlessly reach the state of flow in which you're able to progress very fast. And I think a lot of people, they don't see this correlation between this inner peace and this just focused, high vibrational state of being and achievement, but they're very, very much correlated if you choose to make them so. I want to make a more in-depth video about this, but very simply put, your rate of vibration essentially just sets the pace upon which you are walking on your path. And the more of a high vibrational state you're in, the easier it becomes to see the answers to your problems. It's the same when, you know, as a kind of skyscraper or a large condominium. On the bottom floor, you can't see the streets. You can't see the larger map of where you are going. But if you're on the top floor, you can see how everything interconnects. And it's the same way with your vibration. If you are at a low vibration, you can't see anything. You can't see the solutions. You can't see how you have to go from point A to point B. But if you're all the way up high, you can see how everything plays and everything interconnects, and you can make very easy decisions to actually get to the place where you want to be going. And so whenever you feel stuck, whenever you have a problem that you're facing, don't try to fix the problem through thought. Try to fix the problem through elevation, through the right habits, and from there you can start to think about, okay, what can we actually do? But very often you don't even have to think, because the obvious answer, or the answer will just be that obvious. It will be so apparent when you are at that high frequency that you know exactly what you need to do, and you don't even have to like plan and, you know, come up with the perfect strategy. You just have to be present in the moment. Receive the downloads from your intuition, from your conscious of what you have to do next, and just keep staying in the cycle of actually doing the tasks, which keeps you in that high elevation. Whenever you fall out, you just repeat the same habits. And, you know, the cornerstones, for me at least, and I know for many people it works the same way, it's the early, non-negotiable, consistent wake-up time, going to the gym or getting some type of exercise in every single day, eating the proper foods, and reading, you know, like spiritual development, influence, things of this nature, which really allow you to essentially be more powerful, more influential in your reality. And when you can ingrain these things into your life, you'll think less, you'll vibrate higher, you'll find the answers to your solutions much more easily, or find the solutions to your problems much more easily. And you'll live a much happier life, right? Because you're feeling good and you're accomplishing things much faster. So this video is helpful. I'm going to be posting every other day going forward, so look out for that. And if you have any specific things that you need help with that I've been able to achieve for myself, like optimizing my mindset, my health, my fitness, my overall well-being, just how happy I am on a day-to-day without needing anything external per se, then shoot me a message and I can help you with that. Outside of that, I wish you a very good day, and see you in the next video.